Superstars.
This is Vibe.
Thank you so much for welcoming me into your beautiful home. I love your home. It's so beautiful.
No, thank you so much. As I said when you entered, give credit to my husband. He really designed everything, the interior,
Wow.
the exterior. Yeah, he designed everything. So thanks to him.
Thank you. Wow, I can't believe it. It's been over how many years since I've seen you? 5 years?
Yeah,
I think
over
so.
5 years, I think. Yeah, over
How
5
have you
years.
been?
I've been doing good. I mean, I think the last time we met or we had some encounter, I had one kid. I have 2 kids now.
Wow.
I've graduated. Remember, I was still
Yes.
studying.
No, actually, I think you had finished your Ph.D, but we'll get into that.
Yeah,
The first time I actually encountered you, you introduced yourself to us as our applied economics teacher.
Exactly.
And I think you went by the name Miss Ukweni at a time.
Yes, definitely.
So tell me, who is Dr. D in essence, for people who don't know you?
Dr. D, yeah. I mean, this is the lady who loves life. I'm adventurous, determined, unstoppable in what I do. If I put my mind into something, nobody can
Talking
stop
of
me.
adventurers, what is one of the adventures that you did recently? Or that you just shared with us?
Yeah, the recent one, I have gone shark diving. Yes, I've gone shark diving. I have done scuba diving.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I have done skiing. I've gone skiing. I've gone trekking in some of the highest mountain in the Alps. I mean,
Wow.
that's where my husband comes from.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I mean, I just love life and I just love adventure. I like to just be up and running all the time. Yeah,
that's amazing, because I remember very well when I met you, and I was like, this lecturer, she looks young. She looks like she's a fitness junkie. What's going on? So is it like a culture? Is it a habit? Is it something you do all the time?
Oh,
How
yeah.
does it make you feel?
No, I do this all the time. I do run.
Okay.
If I'm not running, I of course go to the gym. I like walking, and I don't only do that.
And that's how you keep fit.
Yeah,
basically.
I keep fit. I also love to be in the garden. I like to also redesign my garden. Planting. Doing little gardening, vegetable gardening.
Okay.
So those things keep me fit.
I guess we'll have one-on-one when I'm done, and to teach me, because I'm also thinking of starting my plantation there.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely take you to the backyard.
Awesome.
Yeah, I do have my little.
The most interesting thing that I came across when I was reading some of the articles you've done is that you grew up in a polygamous family.
Yeah, certainly.
How was that? Tell me about it.
Quite interesting. I mean, I grew up in a family of 18 kids. My father married.
Is it 18 plus you, or
Yeah,
you
all of them.
included?
Me included.
Okay,
Yeah.
18. Okay.
Yeah, so my father had 3 wives,
Wow.
and all in all, we were 18 kids. So you can
Did you
imagine.
stay in the same yard?
Yes, we stayed in the same yard. My father was a family man, and he believed in family. So we stayed under the same roof. We ate together. We did everything together. Of course, that stopped after my father died, because he was the one who kept the family together. Yeah. So you can imagine the
Oh my goodness.
kind of fun and politics
Yeah.
that ensued growing up in a big family like that.
And did you get along with all your siblings?
It's just not practically possible.
Yeah,
It's a big family. You have 3 wives who are all yearning to one man.
Yes.
And every time,
everybody wants to be a woman of
yeah. So every
of the
time there are
house.
squabbles between the mothers, children find themselves
in-
involved.
yeah,
In
yeah.
the middle. So it is practically impossible to
But you
get
had some
along.
fun times as
We
well.
had some fun time. We never got bored. We played
Of course,
together.
I mean,
so
18 kids.
we didn't have to do play dates.
Yes,
No. What play date? We were all there, playing together. Yeah.
And at that point in time when you were growing up and you were surrounded by your siblings, your other two mothers, was it practical for you? Is it something that you were like, but this is weird? Or because you grew up in it, it looked okay. It looked
Yeah, well, growing up in that environment, it was okay. It looked normal to me.
Yeah,
I
because
think
that's
it
what
was,
you're exposed
yeah,
to.
it was after my father died that I realized that this is not normal, because that person that held the family together, that we didn't see a lot of turbulence. Then when he died, then I realized, what, actually this is not normal. It's just impossible to be in this big family and you expect harmony and all that, But when my father was still alive, he was just a family man. During Christmas, he will invite his brothers, we had big gatherings, so it was good,
when he was
normal.
there.
When he was there, it looked normal.
And for you also as a girl child, how were you assured? Because I can imagine there were many of you, and everybody loves one man, your father. How were you assured as a girl that you are enough, you are beautiful, you are daddy's girl?
Well, unfortunately, I think it was also difficult for our father. I mean, imagine 18 kids, to assure each one of us that we are his favorite. It was difficult. And remember, my father died when I was 8. So I really didn't have a lot of relationship with him. And most of the time he worked in this place called Palabora. So he would come during the vacation. I didn't.
So
really
the
have,
father-daughter relationship.
No, I didn't have any. I mean, I had a very good, sound relationship with my mother.
With your mother.
And I think she played a big role for me
into the woman you are today.
To be the woman I am today, definitely.
What did you want to become when you were growing up?
You grow up in villages where nobody tell you anything about career goals. I remember very well, though, I wanted to be a chartered accountant. I just thought it was such a fabulous career. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. But I still followed the commerce stream. That's why I'm an economist today. I mean, as a profession.
Yes.
So I wanted to be a chartered accountant, but I couldn't pursue that. I think you understand how difficult it is nowadays to be a chartered accountant. So I didn't manage to go that route, but I still followed the route, commercial subjects.
The commercial subjects.
Yes, exactly.
My goodness, you are a 5-time graduate. You've got a Ph.D. So you are Dr. D.
Yes, I am.
Has it sunk in now? Has it sunk in? Looking where you come from the young girl, that young girl who grew up in a big family, now you are Dr. D. Has it sunk in?
Yes, it has sunk in. And for me, I think I grew up with the mother that never really placed so much emphasis on status. It has always been about getting fulfilled and trying to use whatever you have to impact others.
Yes.
So definitely I'm Dr. D, but I don't go around carrying this on my shoulder.
Yes.
I'm very proud of who I am and what I've achieved and how I can tell my story to other girls that you can do it. So for me, it's not about this title. It's about can people still relate to me? And this is what my mother as a person, because my mother taught me about that. Actually, my mother never boasted anything about my education.
Wow.
Yeah, she never did. And I think this is what makes it a little bit difficult for me to just all of a sudden, I'm Dr. whoever. I'm very proud of people who manage to get these degrees. But at the end of the day, it's not about your title. It's about, can you tell a story that can encourage other ladies? Are you still relatable? Do people feel that this is D, is the girl that grew up in the village, and we can still relate to her and be encouraged and be inspired by her story?
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
talking about impacting people's lives, especially young girls. That's what you keep mentioning. Let's talk about the fact that you are Tammy Taylor Mrs SA finally. Oh my goodness, I never thought you had it in you to enter this competition. I mean, first time I saw you on the socials, I was like, no, it can't be her. I have to ask, is this her? My goodness, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
What is this title, or rather the pageant? What does it mean for you?
This pageant, I mean, we know that every time we talk about pageant, we talk about beauty.
Yes.
And what this title means to me, it's about women empowerment. And women need to still feel beautiful, but what really attracted me to this pageant, it is the empowerment that women go through when they go through this journey, recreating who you can be, what you can be, from something that you were previously denied from. And this is how I feel that every day I'm discovering so many things about myself, and the position of disempowerment on certain areas of my life, I'm just like, wow, I never thought, I just tell myself, I never thought I could actually stand in a podium and walk and allow everybody to judge me. For me, that's empowering myself, because
because the thing is, when you're walking like that in front of people, you're also allowing people to see you vulnerable.
Exactly.
To embrace your imperfections.
Exactly.
You see, when you've got stretch marks and now you're putting yourself out there for someone to see you. What do you think a Tammy Taylor woman is? What kind of a woman is Tammy Taylor woman?
Tammy Taylor woman is a South Africa woman. It's a woman who is confident, who is relatable, who is modern, who is daring, who is determined, who is enterprising, and is a wife, is a mother, is a sister. That's what this Tammy Taylor woman is. Tammy Taylor
and that's so basically the entering of the competition is not the rigorous process, but the rigorous process comes with selecting the finalists. Tell me about that.
Semi-finalist. So in the semi-finalist process, the process of selecting the semi-finalist, you need to raise funds in terms of silver sponsors.
Okay.
So you learn a lot of skills in the process, in a sense that you have to go and approach somebody to sponsor your journey.
Wow.
They need to believe in your journey and the benefits that they can gain as your silver sponsor. Of course, as one of the benefits of the silver sponsor is that you're gonna get coverage at time for all the events that Mrs. South Africa get into. And during the big events like Gala Dinner, Golf Day, which we did as semi-finalists, you tend to get, that coverage. So that is quite coincidental.
So basically,
coverage.
You also learn to get out of your own comfort zone.
Yes, I think this is the most interesting thing for me, because I have gone out of my comfort zone. When I started this journey, I knew nothing about Instagram. I had 0 followers when I started.
Yes.
And they are telling us about the Facebook page, timeline. And I'm thinking, what is the difference? I did not know anything about hashtagging.
Now the world is moving at a faster digital time, eh?
I tell you, I have moved out of my comfort zone. Also my life has always been academic and my family. Now I have added this dimension of
social media.
You
have to follow and follow people
like
and comment.
I'm like, what is the difference between
that's where the world is going.
Exactly. So that was really rigorous in a sense. Finding the silver sponsors, you have to work with your fellow sisters, work as a team.
Sisterhood,
learning about each other.
To know that you're not competing with the other women.
Exactly. You are there in a journey to help each other and build each other.
Absolutely.
So that happened, and then of course they had to choose the top 25 women based on certain categories that they do. So we had to.
And that's where you are right now.
That's where I am now. I'm in the top 25 because I managed to pass that rigorous process that they put in place. And now in the journey as a finalist, of course, it's different challenges and different processes that I need to follow.
What is that one thing that you can say through this journey you have learned about you, something that you never thought it's you, but now you're like, my goodness, now I'm discovering new things about me.
I never thought I was so... I always know that I'm a confident woman, but I never thought I could actually put myself in such a vulnerable position where I say, here I am, judge me. I remember walking down that stage on the 28th of June. I'm thinking, oh my God, how am I going to do this? Am I that confident? But I think for me that just sealed it off, that you know what, Dee, if you put your mind into something,
It's possible.
it's possible. And for me, the journey has just boosted my confidence in so many ways, Yeah, so I think that thing really is something that I have really enjoyed. I'm still enjoying it, and I'm learning a lot. I did not know anything about posing in front of the camera. I'm learning.
And you're doing great, by the way.
I'm learning. I just did not know how to smile. I'm
Just
learning.
have fun.
That's I think that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
I'm just having fun, and I have great support system around me. People who take my pictures.
Yeah.
My PR. Everybody who is in my team is there to say, "D, you can do it. Just
Yeah.
have fun," and that's what I should do. And I'm learning, and it's continuing like that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
At the center of Tammy Taylor Mrs SA Pageant, I have learned that it's more about empowering a woman. What is it that Tammy Taylor has done for you so far? The competition itself.
The competition.
How has it empowered you?
Tammy Taylor Mrs. South Africa pageant has empowered me in a sense that empowerment is not about sitting and think people should give you things. You should
High five to that. Yes.
You should go out there
And make it happen.
And make it happen.
Yes.
That's what empowerment is all about. You need to go and do it yourself. That's what empowerment is all about. We
Please
cannot
say that
sit
again.
here. Yeah.
I love it because it's so true.
Yeah.
Often the time we sit at home and you say the government direct from Sebeti.
Yes.
So and so is not hiring me. But empowerment, you said, it's actually going out there.
You go and you do it yourself. Empowerment is not given to you. You go and you acquire it yourself. And that's what Tammy Taylor Mrs. South Africa has done for me. I have gone out there. I didn't sit down and think people should come and do things for me. I've gone there, talked to people. I have received so many no's in my journey. But do I say it's enough? They should come to me. Who am I to think that they should come to me? I go and get it myself.
And you get it yourself.
Exactly.
Have you maybe identified some of the projects you'd like to work on when you win this competition? Because that's what we're rooting, right?
Exactly. You know what? I know that opening an NGO is always the thing to do.
Okay.
Of course, I'm in education, and education is my passion. And I always look back in my rural area where I know that I am who I am today because of education. And I know that there are a lot of people who have the similar story as me. One thing that I would like to do, of course, is to open an NGO, but I want to get into that campaign where people should know my story and feel inspired. I want to also get involved in a drive book. I think if you know it very well, in South Africa we have about 80% of our kids cannot read. And if you can't read, there is nothing that you can do. So for me, that is a great passion, to work with some people to establish this literacy drive, and also to just tell my story through this platform, that you know what, it doesn't matter your circumstances, it doesn't matter where you come from, we can do it. So that is these are the projects that I have identified. Of course, they are not on the ground, but it's something that I am thinking about, and I have passion for it.
Have you perhaps established, or maybe you know where you're going to start these charities?
For me, it will be important for me to plow back to the community where I grew up. Of course, you can do impact you can have an impact anywhere. It could be here in Gauteng, but my wish will be that I go back to the village where people know me.
And what's the name of the village?
Makungwi.
Yeah,
Makungwi. So it's
in Venda.
In Venda. Okay. So around that Ndiadivha area, but of course where I come from is Makungwi village.
Okay.
You can Google it. It's there on the map.
We'll do that.
Yeah, definitely.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
one thing that you also said in your answers, you said a Tammy Taylor woman is a family woman. It's a mother.
Yeah.
It's a wife. Tell me, where did you meet Stefano?
I met Stefano Tempia in the United States. We were studying as postgraduate students.
Okay.
So we met there in 2003.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So you were like, I'm gonna get the degree, but I'm also getting my man.
Yeah. We were killing two birds with one stone. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, and how was it? Here you are, a vendor girl in the States, and then there's this Italiano man. And then when did the magic happen? When did you know that this one, he's the one?
Yeah, it's always difficult to know this. When I met my husband, I was just living my life. I was a student, not looking into relationships. And for me, what really struck me was this guy accepted me for who I am, and he never wanted me to change anything about me. He embraced my culture. And when I told him about my background, he's the only child. And he's the only child.
Like me.
Yeah, he's the only child. And as I told you, I come from a family of 18 children. I told him about my background in terms of I've never been in like serious interracial relationship.
Yeah.
But he was
it your first though?
No, it was not the first.
Okay.
But it was not the serious
Yeah, it's
one.
not a serious
I'm
one.
a student. I'm exploring. So,
Why not?
Yeah. And then he was so keen to meet my family.
Wow.
I brought
but wait, and the relocating from the States to here?
Yeah, power of women,
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so my husband has been working in Africa for as long as
you could remember.
Yeah. So he lived in Kenya for over 10 years. He worked in Somalia for over 10 years. So for him to come to South Africa,
it wasn't something. It wasn't a hurdle.
No, it was not a difficult thing.
Okay.
But of course, you know what? There is your woman, you want to stay with her, and to move to South Africa, this is a beautiful country. So it was such an easy thing, and he got his job, which actually transferred him from where, by the time when we married, he was working in Rwanda. And then he moved from Rwanda to here. So it was just perfect for us, because in that way I also started enrolling. I enrolled for my Ph.D, and then I had my full-time job at TUT. So it was just perfect for us. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was such a seamless transition for us.
And you've got the beautiful kids. You've got Masase and Masana.
Yes.
Why intentionally vendor names? Do they have Italian names?
They do.
Okay.
They do. I always joke with him that these kids will always have your surname.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Masase will have to change it.
If she gets married.
So I said I just need to have something that reminds me
of where you come from.
Yeah, of where I come from. And names are very important.
That's true.
To me.
Yes.
You give your children names that have meaning.
Yeah.
If you give them sad names, they will be followed by sadness. So for me, I wanted the names that are unique, not missionary names, vendor missionary names. And Masana and Masase were the best, because Masase represents a morning star.
Okay.
So with whatever journey you go through, in the morning there will be that light, there will be that star. And I want my children to just be that star, that shine
wherever they
are. And Masana means the sun. So they are that sunshine that will always be there, no matter how things are. And it always reminded me of my journey, growing up, that it was so bleak. But there was that sparkle at the end of the road.
Wow. You make it sound so beautiful, so nice. Yet I'm not sure. The society that we live in South Africa, it's one that is built on inferiority, so much racism. So I can imagine that raising kids who are mixed race, it can't be easy for you. How did you navigate the whole conversation in your house, and how do you now have to prepare them for the world that is out there?
Now that's quite a vital question. It's so important. I can tell you, being in an interracial relationship has its own challenges. Just like us black people, the fact that you are Tsonga, I'm Zulu, we have our own dynamics, but it's not racial, it's tribal.
Yeah, it's tribal, true.
So, I will tell you a simple story that, the moment I got Masase, when she was young, she was very very light in complexion compared to me. And I'll be walking with her or holding her as a small baby, and people will have the guts to actually ask me, is that your daughter? At first it used to be very painful
and offending.
And then I would come home and ask my husband, but when you are with Masase, do people ask you if this was your child? He said no. So I would jokingly respond to people. I said, okay, I need to find a mechanism to deal with this. So if somebody asks me something like that, I'll say, you know what, I stole this baby, please call the policeman before I exit the borders. So it was offensive.
It was offensive,
exactly. But it is very important for my daughter to see me embracing who I am as a black woman and not trying to be something else because now I'm married to a white person. And we made a decision that we're gonna take our child to a school where there is a lot of diversity. My daughter and my son goes to Crawford. It's a school which for me the diversity is so embraced. It's kids from all over the world.
Because there's a lot of diplomats kids there.
So for me it's very important, and my child needs to feel free to be friends with whoever. She has white friends, she has Asian, she has black, she has Indian friends, and for me that's important. So it is just that stability and that reassurance to tell her that, you know what, you are who you are. Nobody's gonna call you names. You are Masase.
Because to you, you see her as a human being. She's not colored or whatever that she must be tamed. She is Masase, your daughter.
She's my daughter. She's my baby girl.
And what do you do for fun?
For fun,
as a family.
We like to be in the nature. You know, Kroonkloof is just behind our backyard. So normally we would go there and bike or just walk or have a picnic, and the kids love it. I mean, for the past 3 years we have been having a birthday party for Masase at Kroonkloof.
Oh, nice.
And it's all just playing with the league. And I also don't mind to just be on my own. Because the moment I spend time to introspect myself, I discover a lot. So I don't mind to be on my own as well.
Wow, it has been a very lightning interview. I'm so inspired.
Thank you.
Number one, I'm gonna buy this house.
Okay.
Right?
we will have to find something else.
Before we close, an important question. For me, it almost sounds like you've reached the ceiling. From that 8-year-old when Daddy passed away, from the rural areas of Venda, now to this doctor, this sexy woman, a mother of 2. Now, Tammy Taylor, Mrs. SA finalist. I mean, what's more to dream for D?
If you stop dreaming, you stop living.
Okay.
So, for me, there's no such thing as the ceiling. I keep on pushing. If there seems to be a ceiling, I'm gonna push that ceiling.
For as long as you've got the breath in you.
Exactly. As long as I'm living, I am unstoppable. There is no ceiling. And I'm sure even after this, there is something that, believe me, watch the space, I'm gonna get into. And Tammy Taylor Mrs. South Africa has just given me the wings to realize
to go further and further.
You know, I have pushed my boundaries. I know that women are capable. And for women out there who think they are not, stop being so self-critical about yourself. Just believe yourself. They need to rewire the way of thinking, because whatever we do is something we have learned. And definitely we can rewire the way we think. So there's no ceiling for me.
Before we leave, how can we support you, vote for you? Are you available on any socials?
Yes, you can definitely do that. I'm available on Instagram. My handle is DEE_TEMPIA, which is D_Tempia. Yes, and you can also vote for me to be the SABC Viewers Choice by SMSing hashtag SABC3 D Tempia to 35959.
So it's just D. The letter D.
DEE.
Oh, the letter DEE. Okay.
Tempia
to
35959. And SMS costs 3 rands. No free SMS. And you can vote as many times as you want.
You had it.
And then you can also follow me on my Facebook page. My Facebook name is Ndiadivha Tempia, Tammy Taylor Mrs. SA finalist 2019.
Okay.
Yes, you can follow me there. I'm not very active on Twitter, unfortunately.
Okay.
But my Twitter handle is Ndiadivha T.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we'll also try to tag you on our socials for people to follow you.
Thank you so much.
As not only the host of this show, your former student, thank you so much. I love you. I adore you. I remember after classes I used to go to your office and we'll have those little talks. But thank you. And to see you getting here, I'm so inspired, and God bless you. And thank you for also being authentic.
Thank you.
For the young girl, the brown skinned girl that is watching, an African child watching, that your circumstances do not define you.
Yes.
Thank you for being proof and testament to that. And I have faith that this crown, we got it in the bag.
Thank you.
All the best, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
And for you at home, me and my team, and of course Tammy Taylor Mrs. SA finalist, it's good morning.